Hi guys, Bouquet Crochet here. Today I'm going to show you how to make a foundation row or a first row using a single crochet stitch. Okay, so what I'm going to do first of all, I'm going to just go ahead and use the traditional chaining method to make the first row. Okay, so and I'm going to use a single crochet as I said, and this is a continuation from my previous video. So to make the first row on a traditional chaining method, you just go ahead and you skip the first stitch from the hook, and then you single crochet in the next stitch. And then when you make a single crochet, you always insert to the next hook, you yarn over, pull through the loop to have 2 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through 2 loops to have 1 loop left on the hook. You repeat, insert hook into the next chain, yarn over, have 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops on hook. And then when we are working on our single crochet, we are always working on our back loop as such, this loop right here, and we're not working on these other ones. Okay, insert hook, yarn over, pull through to have 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops to have 1 loop left on the hook. And this is how you finish working on your first row, and that's how your work looks like when you're using a single crochet. And this is the front and that's the back. Okay, all right, so now next we are going to work using the same stitch, which is a single crochet, and work on our foundation row. So now we are going to work on our foundation row. As we start working on our foundation row, just note the difference on our chain. Okay, so on this particular in this particular method where we start with the foundation row, our chain is a short, very short chain. And now I'm going to go ahead and chain 1 stitch as such. Okay, and then go ahead, insert hook into the chain I just made, like that, yarn over and pull through to have 2 loops, yarn over and pull through to have 1 loop left on the hook. Go ahead, also do the same. And here I will say you can go ahead and insert hook on one loop, that one, or you can do both as such. Okay, so when you do both, remember there is this one here, see this loop in between here, it divides this side and the other side, so just go ahead and insert into the two loops. And there is no specific reason for you to work on those two loops. I just prefer that because I want a stronger foundation. So you just go ahead, insert hook as such, yarn over and pull through two loops to have one loop on the hook. Same thing, just go ahead, see. And that's how you make your foundation row. So you see how it looks like. And you make it as long as you want it to be. So that's how you make it. So as you can see, that's the difference between the foundation, no, the single crochet that is made on top of a traditional chain, and the single crochet made on a foundation row. Okay, so this is how they look like. So they are kind of a little bit different. So as you see, that at the back and this look at the back. All right. And then another difference, this one is entirely made on top of a chain, and this one is not made entirely on the chain. It's just the first stitch that is the only one that is made on the chain, and the rest of the part are not made on the chain. Okay, so that's the difference between the first row of the traditional chaining method and the foundation row. Okay. Alright, so that's all I needed to show you my beginners tutorial, and then next time I'm going to show you how to work the rest of the row on top of the traditional chain method. So we already differentiated we have known the difference between the traditional chain and the foundation row. Okay, so that's what I wanted just to point out to you guys. So until next time, have a good day, good night, wherever you are in the world.